coolest fans. Little review of today's game: Barcelona versus Villarreal at the newly named El Madrigal. I don't even know what I forgot what the hell the new name of it was for. That's really not the matter at hand. Um, Barcelona Villarreal tied 1-1. Villarreal score in the second half. On the counterattack, which is what they've been doing, or at least what they did all game. Uh, Very threatening on the counter, with Barcelona holding a lot of the possession. And just to review, I made certain notes for this game. It was very evident for me. Neymar was absolutely wasteful in possession, just willfully giving the ball away, and inopportune moments, uh, critical moments. There was moments where he would just run himself right into a dead end. He did it though. Have I think the first threatening shot of the game, a shot that just went slightly over the bar. It was a good attempt, but man, this guy has been struggling all season. He really hasn't been as prolific scoring at all. He's been more of a provider this season, and when he can't really, find that killer ball, he's almost useless out there. He holds the ball up well, but Jesus Christ, certain moments he was just, like I said, it was, you're almost holding your breath when he got the ball. It was just, you just didn't know what was going to happen. Of course, there was a moment in the first half where he received a cross from Suarez and totally botched it. So Neymar is he's being carried through the season because of what he's been able to do is providing. But he's got to find his shooting boots sometime soon. This is absolutely nuts that he hasn't scored a goal in 10 games. And we need, and I knew coming off the long break like this is never, it is never good for us coming off the break. And I don't want to sound like it, as an excuse, but it is an international break, winter break, any break of any kind, we play like shit coming back. And we've got to find some type of way to stop it. This has been so many seasons in a row. I'm so tired of it. It's ridiculous. Another thing to point out was Suarez got better through the game, but for the most part, man, it's almost like he didn't want the ball. He would get the ball in critical situations too, on the counter or in the buildup of an attack, and would needlessly be flicking the ball off to Messi in a way where in a place where he couldn't even get the ball. And then there was other times where he was just flicking the ball off, trying to play a 1-2 with players that weren't even making the run. He would get the ball at the top of the box and with plenty of space and trying to flick it around to who? Shoot the ball. What are you doing? Then in the second half, there was a counterattack that he was leading, and of course to go to someone else who wasn't in form, he had Messi slowly treading back, or at least not treading back, but coming on the attack with him. Was a little bit slower, but Neymar was a little bit ahead, and it was clear that Messi had more space to work with in front of him. The defender was actually starting to cut off Neymar's run, but he chose to give it to Neymar, in which Neymar, in one of the few moments where he was able to at least work it out and able to cut it back, Suarez dummied it across, but it still left Messi to literally have to walk through defender like a hologram and get to the ball. And astonishingly enough, he actually was able to get to it. But, of course, there was about 15 bodies in the goddamn box, and it wasn't able to work out. So, in the game, though, it was, after the goal, Villarreal scored. Barca's turned it up. They started to, wake up a bit, being a bit more aggressive with the attack and was trying to build up a lot. It just seemed like really unlucky with certain balls just being hit too far or too wide, and just small things. And it looked like it was going to be one of those games where we're just going to be battling out with a bus parked in front of the goal in the 18. But it took Messi's 87th minute free kick, which is a beauty, spot on, millimeter perfect free kick, where Villarreal keeper Sergio Senjo had a massive wall that he put up for himself, which I thought was strange. That he literally he had about like almost 7 to 8 bodies in the wall for this goal, pretty much trying to cut off, his left side, which is where Messi was. I guess he was expecting to have that curl over the wall, and Messi actually went right at Asenjo's side, and Asenjo got caught leaning, and it was perfectly placed in the top left corner. They even nicked the top of the post a little bit going in, but I mean it was perfect, just what Barcelona needed, and actually it really amped up the game a little bit because Villarreal came back, looked like they were trying to get a goal back for themselves, and silly, stupid, game delaying antics. Senjo falling on the floor, grabbing the back of his head like he got hit, which he didn't. And one of the Villarreal players, Costa, got a red card as well. So, Barcelona drops points there now. I believe they were 6 points behind. So they're now 5 points now. It's going to be tough climbing back, and at this point, we're really just hoping that Real Madrid loses form at some point and has to drop points. And then on top of that, we have to go to Real Madrid and take points from them. So hopefully, we got to get back into better form. Like January has always been a rough month for us as well too. I'm still under the belief that we can get into better form going toward February. February to March is usually when we start kicking up, because if you ever been watching Barcelona or just La Liga in general, it's a game. It's really a race of just form, where depending on if you're getting good form at a certain time can really depend on your whole season. And we've been shit. We were okay coming out like the first 9 games, and then just went to playing very subpar since like October. And hopefully we find that clicking remedy in early spring at the very least to have a good season. But we're still in it, so here's to a win. See you guys in the next go round.